For some reason, people love to ask about grips and keep trying different grips out. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 different grip types and whether it's worth changing grips during gameplay or not. So I'm going to use my buddy here today, the Topspin Pro, to help out with showing the grips as I'm hitting a ball, okay? Before I show the hit, I want to show the grip. So first grip I'm going to talk about is the Continental Grip. If you grab the paddle up top, it's like a handshake. I'm going to slide my hand down, and this would be the Continental Grip. It's like as if you were handshaking with someone, right? I like to call it the little hammer. Some people call it differently, but this is a Continental Grip. This is the grip that I used for all my volleys in tennis. I used it for my serve. I used it for numerous shots in tennis, but I use it kind of very little in pickleball. Only a couple of shots that I like to use the Continental Grip for. So with the Continental Grip, it's hard to generate topspin. As you can see here, if I'm holding the paddle straight, it's not comfortable to generate that topspin. You have to kind of turn your wrist down to be able to generate it. That was a little better. Okay, it's doable, okay? But that's the Continental Grip there. This grip is most useful at the kitchen line. I would say that from the baseline and from transition zone, you can also use it, but from the baseline, I would not recommend using Continental unless it's for a slice drop. All of my slice shots are near Continental. They're actually between Continental and Eastern. But from the baseline, I am using pretty much Continental for those slice drops. So that's what I would recommend Continental grips for. Next up, I'm going to talk about Eastern, which is how I hit pretty much the majority of my shots. So once again, I was here for the Continental Grip. You're going to shift it a little bit over for that Eastern, okay? So for the Eastern grip, it's a lot easier to generate topspin. This is my preferred grip for topspin shots from the baseline, for topspin drops, for forehand speed ups off the bounce. For most of the shots that I'm hitting, it is with this Eastern grip. As you can see here, it's a little bit more natural to hit topspin on it, right? I'm able to generate that windshield, that rotation here of the grip without having to force my wrist. That feels pretty good. Perfect. So once again, the Eastern grip is going to be hard to slice because the paddle face is a little bit more closed naturally. So for slices, I'm using a grip that's about right between the Continental and the Eastern. But full Eastern is what I'm using for topspin shots. So once again, that's what I use. That's not necessarily what you have to use. I'm just trying to make some clarifications here. So lastly, I'm going to talk about the 3rd type of grip, which is the Western grip. This one's a little bit more extreme. If you want to think about someone that hits like this, Kwang Duong, that's the guy that does the Western grip. This shot is used very little in pickleball, but I see more amateurs using it than I probably should. So I want to make sure people understand, it is so easy to generate topspin with this grip. Look at this. So easy, that ball's rolling, okay? Super easy. But the downside of it is that it's going to be really hard to counter unless you're just going to pancake shots, and it's going to be hard to come back to hit backhands. So when I'm talking to my students, I don't recommend using Western grips for anything. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to my advice, okay? This just means that's my recommendation. If it works for you, it works for you. I just want to make sure you understand what it looks like and what it does for your game. Lastly, the question that I get the most. I am probably one of the pro players that changes grip the most while playing. Now, do I recommend doing that? Absolutely not. My recommendation is that you find a grip that's comfortable, okay? That you can hit the majority of your shots with. And if I had to say a grip I would choose to play my entire game with, it would be right between Continental and Eastern. The reason why I can so easily switch grips all the time is because I have 20 years of background in tennis. Now, if you're watching this video and you also have that and you have that ease of switching grips, do it. Go for it. Now, if you're new to pickleball, you have no racket sport background, and you're trying to copy something that us pros do, it's going to be very difficult. Not impossible, these are all recommendations, but it's going to be very difficult. So my recommendation would be to not switch grips and try to maintain the most consistent grip that's comfortable for you as possible. Hopefully this helps clarify what I meant at the start of what the 3 grips are and whether it's worth it or not to switch grips during gameplay. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos and comment your thoughts on what I should do next.